There are a lot of WRC games out there. I was always a Dirt man. Dirt 1, 2 and 3 were very strong games. Something weird happened to the series, we will get into that. But for argument's sake, we're going to be looking at WRC 10, which was recently on a massive discount. I saw it pre-owned physical for 15 British pounds. Don't know why I keep saying British pounds. They're pounds. Okay, nowhere else has pounds, just say pounds. All of them flashy generations, and by the way, EA took over with Codemasters for the most recent. They're all 60 quid and they are all one player video games. Sure, they've got online, sure, they've got all of that leaderboard material going on, but this one is the last of the split screen versions of WRC. So let me just repeat that. WRC 10 is the last of the split screen versions, and it came out in 2021, so it's not the newest of games. And then we had this with MotoGP, the motorcycle racer. They took it off, then they put it back on again, because they knew old Couch Coop would come after them. And I did. And they fixed it. What is with all these menus? This is why you're never going to reach 20,000 subs. It's just boring menus in UI with you, Coop. I was talking about those menus because the Dirt 5 conversation is an important one with rally games and the PlayStation 5 and split screen local co-op. Now, I don't deem Dirt 5 as a true rally sim racer, and anyone who's got experience with the series or that genre will probably agree with me, but it's a stellar split screen off-road racing game. I think that's what they wanted to sell it as. Notice the name is just Dirt and it's not Dirt Rally. And Dirt Rally 2.0 is one of the best rally games ever to be created on 8th and 9th gen systems. I think we can all agree with that. I crave that technical sim aspect of the genre in a split screen game, and you don't get that with Dirt 5, but you 100% get it with WRC 10. This is really good news. It's a fleshed out mode, it looks incredible. The game comes with 3 graphics adjustments. I've put it onto balance so we get some okay resolution, but some pretty well locked frames. They do dip here and there. I didn't even feel the need to go to the performance, though we were kind of comfortable with it. But I switch out the weather, switch out day and night, and back to the menu conversation. The strongest part of this game, I will say, is the choice. You don't have a campaign for the 2-player, and that is something that Dirt 5 scores amazingly on, is giving everybody something to do, rewards, really cool progression. With this, it's one and done, but you get a massive selection, anniversary stages, every major rally stage you can think of, and a plethora of pretty damned modern awesome cars. And it also does that thing that every goddamn rally car game does, which is give you the honorary tribute cars from the 70s and 80s. There's some right badasses in it. Some of this footage is housemate Sean, some of it is Lewis, and some of it is housemate Sean and Lewis. Bit of an emotional one. We are losing housemate Sean soon at the end of the month. Huge blow to the channel. The guy was kind of stellar and sorted us all out with some amazing videos. I think you'll agree. Poor Lewis is going to be pulled back into a full-time position. I apologise in advance. Before you ask the comment, this is not, as far as I could see, a 4-player or 3-player game. Now, Dirt 5 wins on trumps with that one again, with offering up to 4 and 3-player split screen, also all performing pretty damn well. So it's kind of horses for courses. I am so keen on the rally sim genre that having this as a split screen against Dirt 5 is kind of complimentary for me, and to see it at £15 physical, it's a bit of a steal. It just went on to discount and came off literally a day before I put this video. It may go back down on discount with the store, but it's just one of these ones to keep your eyes peeled for when you're in the pre-owned store, because it's a hell of a lot of fun. Let's get to how this game actually plays and feels. I have left all of the assists off. We haven't got ABS, anything. Very interesting, extremely sensitive on the trigger. Annoyingly, player 1 gets sound to their pad, which is actually not too off-putting, and player 2 doesn't, but that kind of starts becoming quite distracting. And of course it defaults at a vertical split, which is interesting. Never even dawned on us to switch it out. Some of you may prefer that horizontal. That is a thing in the options. Now, the idea of no contact and having ghost cars completely irons out any arguments of who clipped who on that apex of that last corner. This is all down to the racing sensation. You do see track dissipation and smoke from the other player, but you just can't make contact. You can't ruin each other's day. It's really good to knuckle down, and actually making the pass is dramaless because you don't have to worry about smashing into the back. You can just stick to the racing and not get too distracted. It is quite funny because the mistakes from the other player are blatantly obvious to you. It's too difficult to read the road warnings and you're not given the feed from your co-driver. We couldn't figure how to fix that, and then it dawned on us that maybe two co-drivers shouting at us simultaneously along with the noises from the pad may be a little bit much. Here's a classic Subaru Celica battle in Kenya in the rain, and that's as exciting as it sounds. It's really cool to be able to dip into the retro cars and have that scope on weather and track difference. There's a lot of tarmac stretches as well. I think that's one of the sweet spots with decent rally games, is having an awesome tarmac area to really get those drifts and work out those apex corners in a high-end rally car is totally satisfying, alongside that gravel and sand aspect. I don't think we're looking at any ray trace shadows here, what with 2021, but I do feel it cool to have day, night, dawn, morning, light rain, full-on rain, a rainstorm, even pretty awesome snow, which we'll have a look at the end. It does force the engine to have a little bit of trouble, but the rain I was very impressed with, and how desperately difficult it is to see where you're going at night time. That's a pretty cool area, and also done very well in Dirt 2.0. The Welsh missions at night were just harrowing as hell, even before you step into the car. That was a joke, Wales. I love you, Wales. What about Player 2's times? Are they uploaded to any leaderboards, and what is their status on a profile level? I knew you were going to ask that. They're kind of thrown in the bin, annoyingly, but we also found, just like with the MotoGP material, that doing a full screen, one player time trial to learn the course is actually just nearly as much fun as doing it simultaneously on the split. This is a really good fun split screen rally sim racer. We don't have a lot of them to play on our 9th gen system, so I very much recommend it if you're remotely interested in some of this split screen racing material I've been talking about recently, i.e. Ride, F1 and the aforementioned MotoGP 2022 and 2023. Top 15 arcade local kart races will be linked in description, along with the recent ride review, and I really do recommend the F1 video because, again, like Dirt 5, you get a whole season. You guys get to do all these cool tournaments and go right through those amazing modern locations and tracks. Again, with WRC 10, it is so one and done on that front. You even have to go back and set everything up if you want to change any variables through the main menu. But I will say that SSD reload on the restart, when one of you makes a mistake and you want to immediately go from the beginning, is nanoseconds, which is a big bonus. Large laughs were had with this, and it was not a waste of £15. I have been couch coop. I will see you down there.